Welcome to English Academy Club, a podcast for adults who want to master the English language. Your host, Valeska, has been teaching English for more than 12 years and has taught students from 30 countries how to speak English. She has taught for schools, businesses, and privately, so be sure to subscribe to this podcast and listen to every episode so that she can help you improve your English too.
Good morning. Welcome to English Academy Club. I am Valeska, your show host and English teacher today. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Christmas is approaching. I know that we're all getting very excited. Santa is coming to town. So for those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And if you don't, Happy Holidays. So in today's episode, I thought it would be very fun for me to read an article to you. Today's article is called Want to Succeed? Believe You Can Grow. This is an article published on engu.com, and I'm going to share that with you today. And I would like to encourage you to write down any words that you don't recognize. Write them down. You can always pause me to write down the word. I am going to start by giving you some words that are good to know from this article. The first one is intelligence. This is the ability to think, learn, and understand. The second one is chase. This is to try hard to get or achieve something one wants. The next one is passionate. This is having or showing very strong feelings for something. The next one is persistent. This is continuing to do, think, etc., something even though it is difficult or one faces opposition. And the last one is consistent. This is staying the same in nature, standard, etc., over time. So I'm going to read this to you. Feel free to pause me when you need to write down notes. And this is something that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start reading articles with you every week. Again, this one is published in engu.com, and it is called Want to Succeed? Believe You Can Grow. Let's get started. Do you believe people are born with a certain amount of ability and intelligence? Or do you think these things can be changed through effort and education? Your answers to these questions may decide how well you chase your own goals in life. Researchers in Norway looked over 1,500 people aged 13 to 77. Participants filled out a survey asking them questions about how much they think people's abilities and intelligence can grow with effort and education. They also filled out 2 more surveys, one asking how passionate they are about the things they are interested in, and one asking how persistent and consistent they are in chasing their goals. For example, they were asked how much they agree with statements such as, I use a lot of time on the projects I like for passion, and I finish whatever I begin for persistence. The researchers then looked at the people who got the 5% highest and lowest scores for belief in people's ability to grow. It was found that those with the greatest belief in growth also had significantly higher scores in passion and persistence. Interestingly, although 60% of all the study participants were women, in the group with the lowest belief in growth, almost 60% were men. The belief in growth is important for large parts of our society, said Hermundur Sigmundsson, one of the study's authors. This is true for school, sports, work, and family life. The authors also pointed to other studies that have found that it's possible to help people believe in personal growth, particularly as children, and that this can result in greater persistence. Looking at their own results, the researchers said it can be argued that belief in your ability to grow may be important for both passion and persistence. However, they also noted that it could also be that passion, perseverance, and belief in growth all support each other. So I want you to think about this article that I just read to you. And here are a few questions that you can try to think about. Maybe press play again and listen to this episode again, and then write down in a notebook the answers to these questions. The first question is, what are your thoughts on the study's findings? The second one is, do you tend to see ability and intelligence as things that can be changed? The third one is, do you find it surprising that belief in personal growth is so important? The next one is, who are the most passionate or persistent people you know? And the last one is, how do you think parents can help their kids believe in personal growth? If you want to read this article yourself, you can go to engu.com and then click on Want to Succeed, Believe You Can Grow, or put it in a search engine, I should say, not click. And then you click after you find it. Hopefully you enjoyed this article. Again, this is something that I'm going to do more often so that you can practice listening to different topics and analyzing the article, as well as learning new vocabulary and answering questions that help you to evaluate your understanding of the article that you read. So this is something that I believe will really help you. So make sure to use a notebook and a pencil when you're listening to my podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please hit the subscribe or follow button on my podcast. That way you can be notified every time I upload a new episode. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays to those that don't celebrate Christmas. And I'll be back for another episode very soon. Take care.